Whammy Grammy Tyler.
Big wham gram to you, fam.
Welcome to the first episode of the New Beginnings.
New beginnings, and you know what they say about new beginnings?
They always come to an end at some point.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah. What's up today?
Nothing. Doing the show with you, man.
Yeah, same here. Imagine that.
What's going on down there at the bottom of the screen?
Just this.
Something just...
There's this little guy. He's on my lap. He wants to be on the TV.
Got a face for radio, though.
Yeah. He's all better. He's got the cone off. He had a He had a big, bad, upset stomach episode over the weekend, which was unfortunate, but he's doing all right now.
Drink too much soda pop, or what?
Yep. Could have been that. Pooped his pants.
He doesn't wear pants. Pooped his cone, maybe.
Yep.
Just straight. Fucking been there, buddy. Straight shit your cone. How's the week been for you, challenge-wise?
You know what? It hasn't. I forgot. But
I thought that was going to be the case because I barely remembered. I was like, oh yeah, there's no way Doyle's going to remember.
I will have an entry like by the time this comes out. So right here it is. How'd that look to you?
Sketchy. I honestly for sure thought you were going to hang up and hit your teeth out.
I was just shocked that my board made it under such a low obstacle to hippie jump. Good thing I'm riding that brand new Powell Peralta 7.0 with POW grip tape. Let's
talk about that here. That's top billing on my things to talk about.
What do you want to talk about it?
I want to talk about how you just basically reinvented the game and then reinvented it after that this week. We're talking switch freaking tripler crippler. We're talking pressure double heel.
Yeah, that's about it.
Wow.
Lots of double trays.
Dang. Was it a 7.0?
7.0, yep. Classic. And I just actually purchased some trucks online that will actually fit the board properly. So I'm gonna
have to get custom trucks made.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually just set up because it's too small that I can't do, like, I couldn't do a 50-50 if I wanted to or something. So
your board would be like at such a crazy angle.
Well, it's just so small. Like, it's weird. Like, it's as big as your foot lengthwise. So it's uncomfortable to do anything on. So I'm gonna.
Oh, is the wheelbase quite a bit shorter as well?
Everything. It's just it's like skating one of those handboards. So it's just really uncomfortable. So I want to have a normal board just so I can do normal skating sometimes. But for the most part, I'll be on the 7.0. It's fun.
That's because I could tray flip.
Yeah, tray banger.
Damn. Yeah. So I mean, I guess no rush, no challenge, but in the future, can we expect to see probably just more and more of these personal NBDs?
Maybe. I don't really know.
Triple heel, maybe? Get that fucking finally done?
I tried a couple. I'll have to figure out how to get it to flip on a small board. It didn't even want to go over once.
Oh, hey, I've been meant to ask you this for a couple weeks. How do you make the board stick to your feet?
Gum.
Gum, okay.
Yeah. Should we watch your challenge entry, though, now that we talked about mine for so long?
Sure. I just went skating and I happened to remember that I need a challenge, so... we're back to these days, all challenges in the ramp.
Top speed, though. That was a good one.
Yeah, after I watched it, I'm like, oh, that looks chill, but it was really scary.
You made it look easy. This seems like something that you would just do on, like, a Wednesday afternoon anyways, without being filmed. Like, that's a very Tyler setup right there.
It's too early in the season, but call me in January and maybe I'll have 2 bars to hippie jump.
Oh, like two in the middle?
Yeah, hurdles.
That would be so sick.
Oh my god, just like bite the coping.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Right on.
Thanks, man.
Nice work. So you're enjoying the early winter. I guess it's not even early winter. It just feels that way. But the winter.
No, it's very early winter because it's not like cold. It's just snowy.
Yeah, but sometimes it's snowy in Winnipeg, like on Halloween. So it's not that early. Seems pretty average, but...
sorry. I think you meant early in the winter. Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, it's early in the winter. I meant early as in, like, early in the year for the winter to have arrived.
What's your favorite season, Alex?
Probably spring.
Really? I think you're going to say oregano.
Oh, got it. I got it.
So we talked about your new board. Talked about the hippie jump challenge. Is that it?
I got nothing. Zero
Did you watch
skateboard
that?
video.
Oh yeah, Zero Skateboards video.
What'd you think?
I thought there could have been more handrails. I thought there could have been more stairs.
Yeah, a couple more slow-mo bails.
No. It was pretty wild. What did I write down here? Oh, I like that Adam Arensky tail flip on Clipper. He did that really good. Didn't see that coming.
I'm not the biggest fan of that dude.
No, and he's fine. He does whatever. Yeah.
I like that everyone, like, knowing that there was a new Zero video, everyone that I wanted to see was just combined into one montage, which was good. None of them had a part.
all like their worst tricks in it, too.
Yeah, but...
they're like, we're pros. We're not giving our good shit to the AM video.
Yeah, I didn't know going in that it was an AM video, but several of the AMs I could have gone without watching their parts. I'll
name several of them.
I don't know. Pretty much anyone in the first, 15 minutes of the video.
You don't want to see Ricky Kelly?
I like that.
Like
I liked his part, and I liked Brandon Burley's part.
Yeah.
Everyone else was sort of just like, I could have gone without
saying
watching
you go without Vindog, you go without
is Vindog
Gitten.
Which one was the one that grabbed his board lots? Because that guy I could definitely go for without. He's a filmer, right?
I think he's a filmer / maybe TM. I don't really know.
And he had
Kurt's the TM, but and he had the after credits part where you're like,
I didn't make that.
This guy should be the after the credits. Yeah, it seemed weird.
I just when his part came on, that's when I paid the least attention. I did watch through the whole thing until the credits started. I hated the credits because the text covered up so much of what was going on in the background. Like it didn't have any sort of filter on it or lowered opacity or anything. So it was just a full screen, but there was shit going on in the background with audio.
I'm more interested to see who Vindog thinks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I turned it off, and that's why I didn't know that there was an after credits, whatever there was. But
Kurt Hodgepart, that guy likes all my stuff on Instagram all the time. Seems like a nice guy.
Sick.
Thanks, man. Do you think it's awkward when Chief's Kanan, maybe get you off flow or whatever, when he's you better hit that 35, and then when Kanan's in a wheelchair and he's okay, we checking footy, and he sees old Vindog there just kind of early grabbing around, he's like, what? Why do I have to die?
Well, I wasn't listening because I just thought Kanan isn't how I would go with pronouncing the name, but I don't know how it's pronounced. I would say Kanon.
Kanon sounds like an alien. Also, isn't there a Canadian rapper named Kanon? I might be thinking Chaos.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I just always... Why are there two A's? I guess that's a better question.
Just for safety. Just a spare in case.
What were you saying about him, though? Do you think that he's jealous that everyone else doesn't have to huck the way that he does? Is that what you were saying?
Well, not everyone. Just more that it's Kanan, he back 50, back 180 to 35. Cool. And Vindog fucking early grabbed off a pretty high loading dog.
Yeah, did you hear his dog in the background, too? He barked the entire time.
All right, and you both get $200 a month. What? Fuck.
Yeah, it was funny. I saw... do you follow Dane Berman?
Yeah.
Did you see his story the other day that was about an hour long? I don't follow him.
No, there's too many.
I tuned in. He was answering anonymous questions, and there was one...
He does that every day, while he drives.
Yeah, he was driving. But it was just funny because it's there's one where I don't think he's trying to make people feel bad for him, but it's sort of I'm a pro skater.
It always ends up that way.
I'm lucky to be able to make a living doing it this way, but also I'm broke as fuck, basically. So it's okay, Dane Berman of all people, who it's that's who the new young guys on Zero can aspire to be like. They got the Fallen shoes already. They got the Zero. They're on their way to being the next Dane Berman, which is you can keep doing this for 10 years and still be broke as fuck.
And you're still gonna live in your car or whatever. Dude, fuck. I mean, Dane Berman, yeah. But imagine looking at it, be okay, I don't know who's the biggest thing. Chris Cole, and he has to come back here to barely make a living. You're oh my god.
I feel he probably he had that DC money when there was the DC super team, so I feel he's probably made.
He might be doing okay now. He probably has a house.
Yeah. So, but it's if you stick around the way that Dane Berman, he stuck it out with Zero the whole time. He's
stuck it in, stuck it out.
He's just been so dedicated to his sponsors. And
Hardcore,
look at what it's done for him, you know? So
just left him with a receding hairline and, probably no savings.
No, long bad Instagram stories that, I had to be quite high on pot to sit through, and that's why I enjoyed it, I think.
Hold on, my mom could be home. Don't say that.
Yeah, I was...
Anyway, yeah, that was a pretty crazy one. Oh, wait. Actually, the other thing I noticed is that Chief edited Kanon Dern's part to the end of November Rain, which apparently the rumor was that Heath wanted to skate to that in Sight Unseen.
I heard that
and then they
Slap.
couldn't get the rights or whatever, where I was like, okay, they going rogue here, but it's like, even in the credits, it's like courtesy of, whatever records
really?
and stuff. I'm like... There's no way that a fucking current Zero video is paying for GNR.
Yeah, maybe Thrasher pays for it, though, because it was a Thrasher exclusive, no YouTube, so there's probably
they might then. That would still be not cheap. Like, forever, like, GNR, just, like, nobody could even use their shit.
Yeah, like, it probably won't be on YouTube. It's probably, like, a license for, like, just the Thrasher player or something like that.
That could be, yeah, you get a temporary... Yeah, that makes sense.
That would be my guess. And it's like, if there's a DVD copy, there won't be a lot of them, or they'll just change the song or some shit, would be my guess.
Which part did you like more to November Rain? Kanon's part or Dana walking down the aisle at Colin and Dana's wedding to November Rain?
Probably Dana's part. I wasn't there, but I haven't seen it either. It's pretty, like,
It wasn't like the end of the song, but it was good. But I was only disappointed because I knew that she almost was going to walk down the aisle to the Terminator song.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Oh, if Gocher's dad was there, he'd be bawling.
Yeah?
Gocher said the only time he's seen his dad cry was during Terminator 2.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, it's sad, man. He sacrificed himself.
Is it bad that I've never seen any of the Terminators, or?
I mean, one's worth a watch. Two absolutely fucks. So good. You should watch it. You don't need to watch one. You can just watch two, and then I would stop watching them altogether forever.
What about the new ones?
No, I wouldn't watch those. Oh god.
Of course, I've seen those ones.
Oh yeah. No,
just kidding.
Watch Predator instead.
I haven't seen anything.
Ever?
Not much of it.
You sound like your dog.
He can see half of stuff. He can see the left half of things.
Hopefully that's the side I'm on in this conversation.
Yeah. So what else?
Right. I don't know. Did you watch that Drag Hard, that Passport video today?
I did.
Did you like it?
I didn't hate it. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. You know?
Yeah, I didn't know what it was going to be, and then I thought it was just going to be like, some mockumentary thing, and then it kind of just was nothing. I knew what it was. I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable. I was like, I don't really know what that was.
Me neither, and I still don't. But it was a cool mix of, like, interesting, well-shot skit intro to then, like, some real skating, some funny shit, like iPhone clips, and, like, whatever. I don't care to watch surfing ever, but that...
If there's trucks on it, though, I mean...
It's a new... I mean, does that affect the riding?
Yeah, it grinds the lip.
I guess so.
Yeah. Did you like that the main cat looked like Ska?
Didn't make that connection.
Oh, I'm going to put up a picture here and here of that guy and Scrib, and I hope they look as close as I think they can.
They might. But yeah.
We'll never know.
Well, we will know. We'll know in a few days when you put up the pictures whether they
What if I
alike.
get aggravated at trying to edit it and then I set the whole thing on fire?
I mean, that could happen too.
Crazier things have happened.
Yeah. So it comes out tomorrow, but we got the early look at finally the show's paying off. We get the early look at the Friday drop with the Mark Suciu Spitfire part.
Recorded on Thursday. They give us the exclusive link. Suciu Spitfire part.
Shout out Sam Fidlin for the connects,
Shout out Suciu for hooking it up originally.
Yeah. Shout out to Suciu for filming those tricks.
Right arm.
What'd you think? Do you think
It was so fucking enjoyable.
Yeah, you think it's like... Do you think he could make it any more obvious that he's going for Skater of the Year, or is this as obvious
I don't
as it can
think so, unless he was literally just wearing Thrasher in the whole part.
Yeah, that's true, and like... He probably... Yeah, I don't know. But
or like paid them for a cover. Yeah, it seems really like he's going for it, where it's like, okay, none of these are your verso part, but I think this one is like one of his most enjoyable parts ever, as far as, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was way better than the last one he put out.
The last one feels like throwaway at this point, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know what Spitfire's paying their guys, but they usually get the goods. Like, the Spitfire parts tend to be pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, loved it. It was, I would say it was almost a perfect part. Not like perfect in like the best tricks you've ever seen, but just like everything I liked until the ender. I did not enjoy that ender.
Yeah, the ender was a little sloppy compared to some of the other stuff. Like, it needed the slow-mo, and if a trick needs a slow-mo, it's always kind of like... No,
and yeah,
I don't know. I thought it was still cool, and I thought it was a good end of... I don't know. If you had a different ender, that whole, like, blubba session could have just gone in the middle or something, and it...
that's where I like those spot sections of, like, the blubba and stuff, but yeah, I didn't think it should have been the end. And even, like, maybe it's not sick, but, like, the stuff, like, the front nose, fakey nose grind, it's, like, way cleaner, like, in defined. And on that spot especially, it's so fucking rounded. You're like, yeah, I understand why you could go to that. Not say downplaying it, but, like, his backtail tray shove on it was so perfect, like, earlier in the part.
Yeah, it was kind of funny that wasn't included in that section. But rewatching it, knowing that the enders were like that, I thought it was kind of cool to have the backtail three shove earlier. Just to have a little taste.
I normally don't like that trick, but like you get obviously on there you get enough slide.
You don't like that
trick?
It
so perfect.
I love
not
that
crazy
trick.
about it. It's like worse than a backtail shove or a backtail big spin to me. Like as far as aesthetics.
I disagree personally.
I kicked a bunch this summer, landed on a bunch and never did one.
Have you done one in your life?
No.
Have I done a backtail in my life?
No.
Exactly.
Sometimes you and I are like the exact same guy.
Yeah. Same skill level of backtailing.
I tend to agree. Oh, I tend to agree is my catchphrase, apparently.
Yeah, well, I've noticed that the last few episodes, but I'm glad someone else did, not just me.
Yeah, it's kind of just filler.
You'll notice it when now that you're editing these, how much you say that one. I tend to
I'll probably also notice how much I fucking talk. That's going to suck.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
I don't know. Why?
Yeah.
Motherfuck. That son of a bitch. Who pointed it out? Now it's going to ruin my day.
Sam, maybe?
Nah, I don't know. Somebody. Anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I hate more than that?
What?
Dirt boarding.
I tend to agree.
Do you actually?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Riding, when people in like videos have footage of them riding on like dirt jumps and shit.
Oh, there was an element thing that came out today.
Yeah, and there was a small amount of it. There was some other stuff in it, and I honestly maybe I brought it up in the show before, but holy fuck do I hate it. It might be fun to do, but I don't ever need to see it documented.
Really?
Yeah, it's so stupid. It's like, oh, I kind of did a nose blunt disaster thing on like these monster truck tires. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm alone.
I don't have an opinion on it either way. I like it when it's like in like that element thing that dropped today, where it's just like it's like a not a tour video, but like a not a spot video, basically.
It made more sense in that.
But if it's in like someone's part and they have like the blunt fakie on like a dirt bike jump or whatever the fuck,
or just like a full OJ's edit, I don't care. Like
I've never watched an OJ's edit, so I wouldn't know.
Either way, like it's if you were like, oh, we did this and I made a serious montage of that, I get why it's like fun, but
yeah, made one was cool by Cinnabon Park.
Is it dirt track?
Yeah, there's like it was just like a big ditch. I don't remember what he does. We'll be able to pull it up, but this was a million years ago.
Right
I think
here.
he might do a kickflip or an ollie.
Oh wow. Okay.
Into a I don't know, ditch essentially.
Right on, man. Yeah. What's in your opinion, the trendiest trick right now? As we know, skateboarders are uninventive and they just do whatever anyone else is doing.
I don't know.
The move that's
I haven't watched the Palace video yet, but probably whatever there's a lot of in that.
I did watch that. I think nothing stood out to me.
But I don't know. Nothing comes to mind as like a super trendy trick the way that like big spin off a curb was for a while, or like no comply at the end of a line, or
switch front shove or back big spin at the end of every single line for a bit here.
You said front heel a year ago on the show, I remember, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
Do you
If
still
it was,
stand by that?
I wouldn't say it's a trendy. I think that one was more of like you never saw that trick really ever, and then like it would be rare in a video, and now it's like a regular trick people do all the time. Bump to bars, down shit.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
It's also weird.
Anything trendy?
I've
these
always
days?
called it bump to bar when it's like a wheelchair ramp over it, which is weird, even though you're not going to it, like a bump over bar, I guess.
Yeah.
That's just, I guess, people probably think I'm thinking sand to grind.
I tend to agree.
It's less fun, but like probably just board slides and 50-50s.
You think that those are trendy?
Trendy might be the wrong word, but they're definitely the most popular thing you see these days. Of just like, you know, full parts of just people 50 in the biggest pipe they can find. Or like, I mean, we watched Jevon's Cinco video and the Zero video, and it's probably like 95% 50-50s.
But are those the best examples of videos that would show what are kind of trending in skating right now, you think? Or are those examples of videos that have been the same, you know, format for several decades in the example of the Zero video? Like that Zero video, you could just like pull out the clips and put in clips from like early 2000s and it would be the same video. Like that video's come out 10 times, you know?
Okay, you're right. I would say slappies in general, like curbs.
Yeah.
That's pretty broad though.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's been a couple years. Maybe there's not that obvious one. That's good. When you edit it, do you hear me say all the time? Do I do that a lot?
I don't really think of that.
5 times.
I don't know.
I don't really watch them.
I don't know. I tend to agree though.
Did you, I mean, as far as board sides being on trend though, the new one is going to be the Aaron Gore that other guy did. You see where it's like a double set, or maybe it's one set, but there's a gap in the pipe. It's shotgun rail with like a gap of like a couple feet, then another shotgun rail down big set stairs in his board slide, and he just like cannonballs to the next one. It was some guy for Madness, some Swedish guy.
Didn't watch that,
it was actually a good par. You should watch it. It's good.
Yeah, I'll check
and so
that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I'll check that shit out. Did you watch that other Spitfire thing with the Rowan Davis?
Man, there's a lot of shit this week.
Mm-hmm.
I got even more than that. Yeah,
it's like remember,
it was
it's the same as when we first started the show because it's Sodi season.
You're right, Sodi season, and
dropping all the footies.
The Swedish madman obviously being like, "This is my year. I'm gonna put in my madness part. Get that Sodi."
The Swedish madman, is that what they call him?
I don't know. There's something in there. Whatever.
I didn't.
Yeah, I did watch it. Scenic. Aussie spots look great.
There was the one, the one stand-up for me was Rowan Davis's Fakey Nose Grind 360 that I'm sure we all saw all over Instagram after.
Yeah.
That's a cool one.
As someone who does a lot of fakey back nose grinds, I was really jealous because I know I can't do it and it looks so cool.
Oh yeah, you could never do that. You could 180 out all day though. But
180 out is easy. I've done the big spin once and it was hard. But 360 it looked so cool. He didn't even like really pivot it.
Footy of the big spin out?
I just told you I did it. Why do I have to prove it?
Just because I don't believe that you've done it.
Fuck you.
I just don't believe it. That's all there is to say about it.
You're not going to get any footy for another 16 months or however long it takes to get to spring.
Yeah, well, it could be a good mini ramp trick to give a go.
Oh, nice fakey back nose grind big spin. That just makes sense in a ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Lend me some of your braces, at least after.
Because you'll knock your teeth out?
Because I'll knock my teeth out, or at least knock them way out of whack.
Yeah. Guess what I did today?
The segue was I said out of whack, and you said guess what I did today? I don't know, whacked one out?
No, I was just thinking about how there's only 5 minutes left, and I thought it'd be fun to mention that I got this little guy a DNA test.
Oh, you put him on the internet, like, you know, whatever
it is,
the
23andMe type shit.
Yeah.
But so we'll find out what breeds he's mixed with, how old he is, and
you know they get to hang onto his DNA, bro. They own him now.
That's fine with me. I get to pick up his DNA in a plastic bag multiple times a day. They can have some of it. I got enough.
Yeah, figure out your dog's age. Just mail us an envelope with a couple of his turds in there, fresh ones, and we'll tell you, yeah, he's a dog.
Yep.
They just sniff him.
But I don't know how long it takes, but I'm excited to find out.
Well, I mean, you know, he's at least part Korg.
Yeah, some
Korg.
The
rest of him is other sort of dog.
There's a lot of maybe some Jack Russell Terrier. Some people think It's a pretty common occurrence to be walking around and someone be like, "Oh, your dog's so cute. Like, has he got corgi in him?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like,
That's not something you ask. You don't just ask a dog like, "Hey, what are you?"
Well, you do. You ask the
Bunch
owner.
of bigots walking around Vancouver, but anyway.
But yeah, but people are like, yeah. When I say I don't know exactly what he is, they're like, "Oh, looks like Jack." I've heard Jack Russell Terrier several times. That's
Jack Russell Terrier. That's the Frasier dog, like the old man's dog on Frasier.
Never watched the show.
You don't have to. It's that color.
Sure.
I get that.
Yeah, I feel like this color is more of a corgi thing, though.
Is there a type? I saw a corgi today, by the way.
Yeah.
There's one of the dark in it ones.
Chunk? Big gut?
No, it's pretty small. Like, not
Interesting.
skinny, but just kind of small. It might have been a teen. I've seen it around here before. Thought of you.
Thanks.
Shout out my man Doyle.
Didn't take a pic for me, though, but that's all
I
right.
was driving. It was at a crosswalk.
Oh,
I didn't want to run it over.
you were driving, so
an alley.
you're busy answering anonymous questions. That's why you couldn't use your phone to take a picture of the dog.
True. Yeah. I was talking about how much better it is to have never been good at skating, so you didn't have to think about that as a career, and then,
Yeah.
Is there any type of dog that if they came back, you wouldn't be able to look at them the same? You'd be like, "You too judgmental." Like, you're such a hater.
Sorry, say that again?
Are you a dog racist? Is there a type of dog that you just hate, and if you find out that's part of him, that it'll affect the way you love your dog?
No.
I don't know. What if you found out he's part horse?
That's not a type of dog. But
It's like a big dog.
kinda. I was just noticing that
That'd be sick.
yeah, my microphone died partway through this, so I'm not sure how the quality will be for the last I don't know, little bit.
Fuck you. Really? The first episode I gotta edit, you're gonna throw me in the
It's still recording.
wood
I think
chipper?
it just won't sound good. But also, I don't know if you noticed because you never said anything about it, but I fucked up the audio on the last episode too.
I don't watch this show.
Anytime that that there was something playing on the screen with audio, it was so loud that you couldn't hear us talk. So that's cool.
I don't think I did watch the last one.
Well, you did.
I've been
'cause you
pretty
would've
good.
noticed,
I watched
so.
most of them. Oh, I don't notice a lot of things, Alex.
Yeah. Well, 2 minutes left here. Hopefully, it's going to be real quiet, but there is audio being recorded, so
That's good.
hopefully.
I don't think anyone besides anyone's gonna make it this far anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you only watch it when you edit it. I apparently don't watch it, so now who knows?
Well, I'm going to be watching it because I'm going to give you really extreme feedback and like really, really long notes about all the things that I would have done differently. So
I agree. That is how I operate. I'm
Yeah.
always like, Doyle, what the and I lose it.
yeah, I tend to agree.
You piece of shit. Motherfucker.
Oh, I got to watch the rest of Tiger King tonight.
I did not start it.
It's exciting. I'll tell you that much.
I imagine. But like, part of me is like, well, they worked on the other one for fucking ever. And this one is like, oh, that did well.
No,
now
it's
put it out,
it's more
and
so.
everyone's going to be like, yeah, pay me.
At least so far, it's mostly filling in some gaps that you didn't know you needed answers for from the first season. So,
All right. Worth the watch is what you're saying?
yeah, I think there's 6 episodes only or 5, and I'm 3 in. So, so far, definitely recommend. And I tend to agree.
I don't use it.
You know how like
wildly.
whammy Grammy is what we say at the start? We can always we should finish every episode by tending to agree with each other.
I tend not to agree with that.
I tend to agree.
Why'd you sound Australian?
I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You're like, oh, I tend to agree. That
don't
might be
say
more
that.
Kiwi. That's exactly what you sounded like. Whammy Grammy, hold your dog up.
Whammy Grammy, I tend to agree. Oh, I tend to
Let's use
agree.
teeth.
I tend to agree. I tend to agree.
You're really saying a lot. Do I say it that many times in a row?
Yeah.
I'll edit this all out. I'm literally just going to put myself in this.
Yeah, well.
Leave comments, guys. How bad was Tyler's first episode? Whammy Grammy.
Whammy Grammy, tending to agree.